Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with Lisa Matassa.
Hey everyone, hope everyone's having a great day.
Oh my gosh. You and I were just talking, and I know that the fans didn't get to hear. You've had a very interesting, last several days, and this snowstorm that has taken Nashville and New York by storm. It's just been crazy. But what I wanted to talk about is your career is just amazing, and you are doing some great things. And, I wanted to start with, your album that you're working on, the Why I'm Here Legendary Duets.
Yeah.
And you kicked off last CMA Fest 2015 at the Wild Horse Saloon, and it was for a concert called A Night with the Legends. Can you tell us about that?
Can I just tell you, that was probably one of the highlights of my career, being able to work and sing and experience a performance with the likes of the Oak Ridge Boys and Mickey Gilley and just all of them. It was just an incredible, incredible night. And, the Wild Horse Saloon is such a fabulous venue here in Nashville. And so we had so much fun, and we actually filmed the entire behind the scenes, backstage, everything. It was just amazing. And we also recorded we actually filmed the entire recording of the album as well, which I got to tell you, we're just so proud of the album, and the guys are just awesome, and everyone loved the way it turned out, and I can't wait for everyone to hear it.
Wow. Now I know you said it was recorded. Was it recorded for television, or are you going to be releasing this on DVD?
It's actually a little bit of both, to be quite honest with you. There's a lot going on with it. So we have enough footage right now. Yeah, it's great. There's so many different variations of what is going to happen with this particular album. It's not just this amazing 14-song album, but it's also the behind the scenes as well as the Night of Legends. So there's a little bit of everything. So we have different venues, different avenues, I should say, of where we're going to take the video portion of this night and the creation of the album, as well as the night of the Legends itself, because each of the artists actually not only sang the song that we did as a duet together, but they also sang their hit songs. So there's a little bit of everything for everyone.
Oh, that's great. Now, is it all coming out on one CD, or is it coming out in multiple?
It's funny, we had originally thought about doing a volume 1, and we did print out a volume 1 for that night, which included about 7 songs. Okay. But now we just finished the entire album, so we're going to have all of it on one album.
Oh, that's great. That's because that's what I thought. I thought I read that it was going to be in 2 volumes, but I wasn't 100% sure. And so, that's going to be amazing. And you said the Oak Ridge Boys were going to be there, and Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers are a part of it.
Yes.
And Lori Morgan. Oh my gosh.
Right. And Mickey Gilley and Marty Raven from Shenandoah and Tim Rushlow from Little Texas, and it's just been such an incredible night, especially like Eddie Raven. We became so close. We really became so friendly and so close to one another with all these artists that now when I live here in Nashville, I write with these guys now. And there's a relationship that we have that I feel so incredibly blessed to have.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, and I mean, they're such phenomenal artists, and your voice is just great. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. And so when I found out about the Legends, I was like, oh my gosh, this is something that I think a lot of people would love to see, love to hear, and love to be a part of. And so I want to know, like, what made this come about?
It's funny. I grew up listening to country music. I was raised in South Florida, and for me, I listened to the Oak Ridge Boys all the time. I used to listen to Little Texas. I used to listen to Mickey Gilley. I remember getting an album for Christmas of Urban Cowboy and just, playing that album over and over and over again. Johnny Lee is on there. He's also on the album. So for me, when people say, do you have a bucket list of things that you'd love to do? So I put together a list of artists that I dreamed of one day maybe doing a duet with. So I spoke to a couple people here in Nashville, especially my publicist, Kurt Webster, and I said, it would be so great if I took some of their songs, songs that I think could be a duet with a female singing it with them. I wonder if they would be interested in doing an album with me, and would really just bring them back out to the forefront, because what, Missy, these guys are still playing. These
absolutely.
Guys still sound amazing. Lori Morgan still sounds so beautiful, but unfortunately, today's radio, country radio, they don't play them anymore.
I know.
It's so sad. It's so sad because
It is
they
so heartbreaking.
Still fill up. Yeah. They still fill up venues, and there's still a ton of fans that love them. So what I wanted to do was basically let the fans, the country fans today, maybe those fans that haven't heard the Oak Ridge Boys before, or maybe heard about them but never really heard them or their songs, and maybe let them listen to what real country music and where we came from, where I came from, what I used to listen to. So basically freshen it up, make it a little newer or current, and then switch it around, because you can't fix perfect. You know what I mean?
No,
If the song is perfect, it's going to stay perfect. So I wasn't trying to make something that was a number one song even better, because you can't do that. No. I just wanted to change it up. So that's why I asked these artists, would you be okay with me singing a duet on this line, and then together do the harmonies? And they were all for it. And, when the Oak Ridge Boys, they were the first ones that I sent the letter to. And when they said yeah, I was bored, because I knew if I can get the Oaks involved, and everything else would fall into place. And basically that's what happened.
Wow, that's really incredible. I'm so happy for you, because I can just imagine as you're, getting that response, and you're just like, oh my gosh, the first one said yes. I could just, definitely.
It's incredible. Talk about jumping up and down. I come from a really crazy Italian family in New York, and when I called my mom and my dad and I told them the Oak Ridge Boys were in, and then Mickey Gilley said he was in, and Johnny Lee, my mom and dad were like, oh my gosh, it was so much fun to be able to, bring my mom down here to Nashville and actually go out and have, a bite to eat and break with Mickey Gilley and Tim Rushlow and stuff. So it was just unbelievable. I've been so incredibly blessed, Missy. Really, it's just amazing and just so much fun. And really, because these guys are just like little boys still in their minds. It's great. They haven't missed. They're so much fun. They're just so great. Everything about the night, everything about the recording. It was just, well, you know what? Everyone will see it eventually, because we did film all of that, including the recording. So it's going to be great.
Oh, that's great. And, for you, I mean, I read that at 8 years old, you already knew that you wanted to be a professional singer. So, you're living that dream. And how has that been, just looking back and thinking, wow, I'm actually doing what I wanted to do?
It's true. I mean, I studied opera from 8 years old till about 13 when I lived down in South Florida. So, I was classically trained, but I knew in my heart that I really didn't want to sing opera. I wanted to sing the songs that I love listening to, like Dolly Parton, and then as I got older, listening to Leonard Skinner. So I really have like a rockin' edge as well, with the Oaks and stuff. So I really wanted to branch out to that type of music, and so I really just I thought about the path that I wanted to go down, and of course, life never turns out the way you want it to be.
No.
My family decided to move back to New York when I was a sophomore in high school. So when I came from Florida back to New York, if you told anyone that you liked country music, they looked at you like you had three heads.
Right, yes.
They really did. So, at that point, I knew I wanted to sing, so I had gotten an offer to cut a record with a label called Emergency Records, and they wanted me to sing a song, and my dad was my manager at the time, and I said, Dad, I really want to do country music. And he said, well, you're not going to find it right now here in New York. So someone's giving you a record deal, Lisa. You need to just say thank you and go and do it. So I changed my name to Lisa Lynn in homage to Loretta Lynn, and I recorded a couple of songs, and I had my 15 minutes of fame in that dance pop scene in New York at the time, and it was great. But I knew in my heart it wasn't what I wanted to do, and that eventually one day I would be able to live the dream I wanted, which was to become a country artist. And sure enough, God has a very funny way of putting things in your path, and when He feels it's right. And I just kept the faith, and lo and behold, about almost 6 years ago, I started writing more songs about country music and how I felt, and because with country, it's all about the lyric and evoking that emotion from the listener, and that's how I wrote my songs, talking about my own life. And before I knew it, I was recording, and I was playing, and for Lee Bryce, opening up for Eric Church, and doing all kinds of stuff. So,
oh my gosh, and your list goes on. You have opened for so many people that I was like, really? Is this list going to stop? Lady Antebellum and Thompson Square and just everybody. Leanne Rimes is on that. I'm like, wow.
I think one of the greatest nights was being able to play at the George Jones tribute show at the Bridgestone Arena here in Nashville, and hanging out with Garth Brooks and Blake Shelton and Miranda and everyone, and I was just blown away. I just was like, I looked at my husband after I got off the stage, and Vince Gill actually helped me off the stage and said, "Wow, you did great." And I said, "Oh my gosh, thank you."
Wow.
Stage, and I looked at my husband and I said, right now, if God struck me and took me, I would be a happy camper. I'm so happy right now.
Well, and I mean, that was the biggest country music show in history. Like,
it was huge. It was definitely an amazing night with so many different artists and celebrating the life of the legendary George Jones. I mean, he was just paramount, and I was so honored to be included in that whole lineup.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad that I was able to meet Nancy and start a friendship with her. And the people here in country music, they're exactly what you would hope they would be.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? They're so real and down to earth, and I'm just, again, I'll say it again, I'm so blessed to be living this dream.
Right.
A lot of people say, "Oh, are you doing it for fame and fortune, or to be a household name?"
Right.
No. Never was like that. That was never about that for me. That's not what I strived for. For me, it was just living that moment, singing songs, reaching people, talking to the audience, becoming one with the fans. That's what it's about for me. It's never been about a household name or anything like that. Some people, I'm sure, have never heard of me, but that's okay, because in my mind, I've reached every level that I wanted to reach in my life, in my career. I've done it and then some. So I'm just so incredibly blessed. So I leave it up to God, and whatever happens, happens.
Well, that's great. That's amazing. I love hearing that. You have such a good positive attitude about everything, and that's what really makes you so, desirable to fans, because, that and your personality. Oh my gosh, girl, your Facebook Christmas card. I was dying. I was like, oh, that is the funniest thing I've seen.
We have a little bit of fun. I have a very eclectic family. I will say that. My son is an amazing musician himself, and he was brought up with music, and so he's a great musician, amazing drummer, and it's hard being on the road a lot. And so I said to him, we hardly have any photos of the four of us together, but I want to put out a Christmas card for everybody. So, what can we do? And he said, leave it up to me. So he went on Photoshop and he found a picture of babies with Santa Claus hats on, and he just superimposed our faces on it.
Yeah, it was great.
So funny.
It was great. I was dying. I was laughing so hard. I was like, that is the best Christmas card ever.
Thank you.
I absolutely loved it. But, well, good luck on everything. Your newest release, Somebody's Baby, it's available on iTunes. It's available everywhere, right?
Yes.
So we'll throw the link up on our article. That way everybody can download it. And, man, I can't wait to see all this footage. So you have to let us know when this comes out so that we can promote it, and we can get all the fans on board with this. This is great. I just cannot wait to see you and all these legends, and it's just going to be fabulous. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your crazy busy travel schedule to talk with me today. And
of course, it's my pleasure. I love reaching out with the fans. I love connecting with them. So definitely, I always reach out back to people as well myself. So follow me definitely on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it may be. And thank you so much for speaking with me today about this amazing project that I'm so happy and proud of. So thank you.
You're so welcome. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see the finished product. I know our fans aren't going to be able to wait either. It's going to be great. So just like I said, keep us up to date, and we'll keep everybody up to date, and good luck with everything. And man, I can't wait to get back to Nashville. And I love that you are a country girl in Long Island in New York. That's just amazing. It's just great to me.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Missy.
You're welcome. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. God bless.
You too. Bye-bye.
You got it.